Well, I'm back in LA. I am absolutely excited. I've been here 4.5, almost 5 years. And back in 1985, God got a hold of me and changed my life. I grew up in a non-Christian home. The summer of 1985, in my bedroom, it was an epiphany. God really shook up my heart and drew my attentions to Him, and from that point it's been an unbelievable journey. I was in Portland after 1985, going to college. Like I said, God got a hold of me and opened many opportunities for me to minister on college campuses in inner cities, work on different staffs, and then ended up planting a church in Northeast Portland, which is the tougher part of Portland. But yet always felt this yearning that someday I'd return back to my roots. And here I am, back in LA, where I was born, and been teaching Bible studies probably for the last 4 years in homes all over the city, and felt that, let's gauge if there's a church necessary in this city. And 2 Easter events ago, we hosted an event called Resurrection Remembrance. And we had an overwhelming response. We had about 205 adults, about 30, 40 kids. And so we decided to do it again just to kind of gauge the response again. And we had almost 300 adults and about 60 to 70 kids. And we were blown away. We just felt like this is the right time to really get a church off the ground. I know many people say there are lots of churches on every street corner in any city, but one of the things that really separates this church plant is my passion for the gospel. So essentially, as we plant this church, the church is called Sojourn Village, and there'll be 3 distinctions or 3 values that we live out of as a church. And the values go like this. The first one is that we all have to learn how to gospel ourselves. And what I mean by gospel ourselves, we've just got to beat the gospel into our brain and hearts. We've got to screw it down deep in our soul. We've got to get the gospel flowing out of our veins. The second thing I want to say about Sojourn Village, which is a very important distinctive, is that the truth of gospeling yourself can never be done in a vacuum. It has to be done in community. You have to walk with people. You don't deal with patience by yourself. You don't deal with gentleness or kindness or self-serving by yourself. It has to be done in community, because those values rubbed up against you through the context of other people involved in your life allows you to work out those things in your own personal life. And so we really believe that if you're going to gospel yourself, it has to happen in the context of a beautiful, redemptive community where God begins to shape and change your life through the assistance of other people. And then the last and final thing is the gospel going out into the world. And so we believe that God has uniquely put things in your life, certain passions, certain affinities, certain affections in your life. And it could be anything from writing to acting to business to education to political involvement, whatever that may be. God's placed that desire in you to be used for His glory. And so what we want to do is we've decided to take a leadership structure where we would build the ministry around your heart. That lends itself to creating all kind of subversive and non-subversive ways of doing ministry. So those distinctions, those core values, that vision statement, gospeling yourself, gospeling each other, and gospeling the world is critical to living out a kind of Christianity that's counterculture, that's different, that's unique. Those are the things that you're going to hear weekly, and how that's lived out, how the far-reaching truths of the gospel can come in and shape your life, shape your career, shape your parenting, shape your singleness, shape your marriage, shape everything about you, literally. So come this Sunday, May 3rd, at the Marriott Hotel in Culver City, just off the 405 freeway, we will have a vision casting informational meeting explaining our church plant, September 13, 2009. So every Sunday from May through August, first Sunday of the month, we'll be having a informational meeting / vision casting meeting just to talk about where we're going as a church. And we want to invite every and anyone that wants to be a part. Thank you for checking out the video. I'll see you this Sunday.